You're watching Morning at NTV.
Welcome back to Morning at NTV. Thank you so much for still staying with us. You're with me, Malaki Vilodera, and of course, Romeo Busiku. It's a conversation that it's quite passionate for not just I or you, but also the Nation Media Group. Now, the Nation Media Group Uganda actually has an annual cancer awareness campaign, and that is starting today. Now, the campaign that runs for the entire month of October is one way the media group stands in solidarity with both the patients and survivors of cancer. Now, March as October is globally recognized as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. NMG Uganda uses the month to create awareness about all cancers as well. Now, in studios with us today, we have Mrs. Mary Tayebwa. She is from the Uganda Women's Cancer Support Organization, and she's here for us to just break that conversation down and for you to get to understand what you can do to change the status and how you can stay safe and also support the survivors and warriors alike. Thank you so much for making time, and welcome to Morning at NTV.
Thank you for hosting me. I'm glad to be here.
You're welcome. All right, so let's get into the conversation, and it's as we focus on women first and foremost, because it's October, meaning it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. However, whenever we look into the month of October and breast cancer, men step aside and think that breast cancer is just for women, but it's not. Even men do get cancer. Talk to us about that.
Yes. Good morning, viewers. Men also get breast cancer, and 2 out of 100 men are found to have breast cancer. And by the time men discover breast cancer, it is advanced, because like for them, they think they have nothing to do with breasts.
Right. Right. And why is it you're saying that for them it's actually, you know, diagnosed at a very later stage? Can we attribute this to the, you know, poor health-seeking behaviors? What exactly is it? Or does it manifest in a different way than that of women?
No, I think when they don't, like I have said, they have no breasts. So they may think it's just a simple boil or whatever way it manifests, and also to do with their poor health-seeking behaviors.
All right. Okay. When we look at female cancers, and I do have the statistics with me here, we do have cervical cancer that is still topping the list, and also we have breast cancer. Now, cervical cancer still stands at 35.5%, and breast cancer takes 12.8%. Of course, bringing the total number of women in Uganda living with either of the cancers to 18,068. It's quite appalling. Now, out of this, do you think the Ugandan woman is equipped with information enough to detect these cancers at an early stage? Because you and I understand and know that we have survivors, and it's thanks to early detection. So do you think the Ugandan woman is well equipped with information on how to go about detection of the same?
No, they are not well equipped. The biggest percentage is not well equipped. I am a survivor for 14 years now. But I was lucky that, like you've said, I would read newspapers, but I don't think the woman deep in the village has access to that when there are no programs to talk about cancer.
All right, so it's been 14 years now.
Yes.
Thanks to God and thanks to you, who is doing amazingly well. I just want you to speak to that warrior. You know, I'll tell you one thing. For women, we're very sensitive, and especially with the negativity around, you know, matters to do with cancer. Once you're told that you're diagnosed with cancer, you start killing yourself immediately.
Exactly.
In your brain, in your mind, you're like, can I plan for my exit? Have I, you know, set out my children to be okay once I'm gone? But it's been 14 years for you. What have you been able to do that a majority are actually not doing? Because you know quite a number are losing this battle to cancer.
First of all, it's accepting your fate, but also knowing that you can go through it once you are diagnosed. If you get the right treatment, if you get the right support, because in most cases people give up, like you've said.
Right.
But you can get treated if you are found sick with cancer, and you can be okay so long as you follow the rules and you are not derailed. Some people get derailed along the way, and that's why, like our organization, we endeavor to help women to survive. Actually, our organization is a peer support group.
Correct.
That's how we started. And I was lucky that it had already been formed, so I got peer support and I was able to go through it.
So 14 years of staying strong, but what you're saying is that you need to fight the battle on your head.
Yes,
In
it
your
starts
mind.
with the mind. It
Right.
starts with the mind.
And also you need people around you,
Yes.
support groups.
Yes, support groups, family is very important.
You know, Mercy, people are watching you today and no one can tell that you've been through this particular battle and you're now cured. So there's cure for cancer. But people are looking at you and they think, someone who has gone through this battle cannot look as beautiful as you are. So post that, and I want you to speak to someone who is battling from your heart of hearts. How can they go about remaining this okay and just being strong in all spheres of their lives? Because, you know, one thing, we always have this image: once you have cancer you don't have hair, once you have cancer you look this, you know, wrinkled and, you know, old, but you look young and fresh and you still have hair. What was it for you? What were you able to do that a majority are not doing? I've interfaced with cancer survivors, but they don't look this amazing. What is it for you? Where do you derive your strength from?
The fact that I've been given a second chance, we call it a second chance. I take every day at a time, one at a time. You watch your diet, that's one. And for the hair and the facial outlook and the wrinkles,
Right.
of course, when you are starting treatment, the hair will go off. Honestly, it goes off.
Yeah.
Your nails turn black, you turn a dark blue color on the skin. But after the treatment, everything becomes normal.
Everything becomes normal.
Yes.
So for you, did you undergo mastectomy
Yes, I did.
for both breasts?
No,
Okay.
one, because I had cancer in one breast.
All right. Which of the two? The left,
The
right?
left.
The left.
Yes.
Okay. And you know, there's an amazing campaign that you're undertaking to ensure that even after mastectomy, and that's why I'm looking at the outlook, even after mastectomy, you can still look like a woman. And so you're undertaking a campaign to ensure that women who have gone through mastectomy can access this. And we're talking about prosthesis and also, you know, mastectomy bras as well. Tell us about the impediment. Why don't a majority access this? What's the cost of this, and are they locally available?
Okay. They are not locally available, but we have some friends who send for us, but they are not enough. So that's why we are raising this campaign, so that we can procure more for the women who are who have undergone mastectomy.
All right. So, you know, in terms of cost, because I know what you're doing, you're trying to raise funds as well to get as many of this as possible and just give out to these women. So how much does a pair cost? If I'm a woman who has gone through mastectomy for both my girls, how much does it cost for a pair or one?
One costs about $100.
Wow.
So if there are two, then it will be $200. To the calculation, it's about 700.
700. And of course,
Uganda
a majority.
shillings.
Yes, and a
Yes.
majority cannot.
They cannot afford. Then the special mastectomy bras cost about 20,000
20,000.
local currency.
Right. So what exactly does happen here? So I have the bra and this prosthesis. Tell me if I'm doing it right. This is the top part,
Yes.
right? And then you get to insert it like that.
Yes, that's how it is done.
And that's it. Wow. If you can see that on your screen, this is quite amazing. Let me ask you, Mercy, don't you think this poses an opportunity, a business opportunity for our Ugandan women? What are you doing to ensure that we get to that point where we can manufacture this within and get it to be available for a majority of these women at an affordable rate?
Okay, we are trying to do, we've got ordinary bras and we are putting the special pocket
Mm-hmm.
so that when you are walking, it doesn't fall out. This is a special attachment
Okay.
which is sewn on an ordinary bra,
Mm-hmm.
depending on your size.
Mm-hmm.
Then for the prostheses, they are the locally not locally. They can be done locally using either thread or the knitting thread,
Mm-hmm.
or just a piece of cloth shaped, and then we put some cotton inside.
Some cotton
Yes,
inside.
yes.
All right.
Although that one is lighter, you see that one is a bit denser and like
Yes.
can match your breasts.
Yeah.
So you need to stay balanced. The other one, okay, can work for comfort and whatever, but you keep like you are not balanced because the other one would be lighter and you have
Yeah.
a loop sort
Yeah.
of. Yes.
All right. I want us to talk about prevention. And I think this one will cut across both women and men. You know, whenever we're told that, hey, as a woman, you need to self-examine, how often should we do that?
You should do it once a month, maximum.
Once a month maximum.
Yes.
All
But
right.
if you can do it every day anyway.
All right.
And here, the men should take a hand in doing this
They also need to self-examine.
and examine you.
And yes,
Those
their
who
wives.
have partners.
Yes.
Yes.
Men, have you heard that? You need to support your women. Make sure that you push her to self-examine. Of course, later on, we'll be getting into the techniques. I'm sure this is information that is in the website and also in the internet alike. So you can get into that and just get to know how to self-examine. Now, let me ask you this. I've had friends of mine telling me, you know what, Mala, I've given up on this health journey of, you know, eating healthy and stuff like that, because they have friends who are totally healthy, people who go to the gym, people who eat healthy, but still were diagnosed with cancer. Talk to us about that. What can we do to prevent this huge giant that is coming through in terms of health? Because if then we are having a majority saying that I eat healthy, I'm exercising as well, I do everything I can possibly to remain at 100%, but I have friends or myself, for example, you know, and still going down with cancer. What is it with prevention for cancer? What's the tick or the right method to do?
One is to watch diet, what you eat.
So either way, do not debunk diet. Make sure you are at 100 diet.
Yes.
And what is this diet, Mercy?
Eat more fruits,
Okay.
eat more vegetables. Balance your carbohydrates, your fat intake, your protein intake, and most importantly, exercise.
Exercise.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that it doesn't matter what people are saying. It doesn't matter if you've had friends who have still been diagnosed with cancer, even after eating healthy and being exercise, you know, people
Yeah.
who take exercise.
Yeah, because you need to take care of your life. You don't really rely on such that I'm eating healthy yet I'm not, like I've got a disease. You keep protecting yourself. You don't know what time you will get that disease.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Let's-
prevention is better than cure.
Prevention is better than cure. Just stick to the journey.
Yes.
Stick to the journey of eating healthy and exercising. Do not
Yes.
lose hope. All right, let's talk of also treatment. You've gone through the treatment process from A to Z, and you've come out as a survivor. You know, a majority always say that, me, when I'm diagnosed with cancer, I really don't know what I'm going to do because my financial muscle cannot cater to that. We have this mindset that treating cancer is quite expensive. What's the reality?
It is expensive. Yes, true, it's expensive. But there's free service at Cancer Institute.
Okay.
By the way, I had my treatment from Uganda Cancer Institute. I could have afforded to go outside the country, but I had my treatment in Uganda. You may have to chip in, of course, sometimes the drugs run out, but there's treatment.
There's treatment.
Yes.
Okay. And it's it's for free. That's what you're
It's
saying.
for free once you access it from Uganda Cancer Institute.
Okay.
Unless if there are some drugs that have run out and they ask you, but it is free.
It is free.
Yes.
So you went through both radiotherapy and chemotherapy?
Yes, please.
All right. So as we wrap this up, Mercy, I want you to talk about the campaigns that you're undertaking and the programs that you have to support both survivors and patients alike.
Okay, we have some funding. We usually get funding from international organizations. We carry out research, and we do have these occasions like the fundraising tournaments. For example, we have a golf tournament on 4th October, this Friday.
All right. Where will it be?
It will be at Uganda Golf Club.
All right.
And one can support by either sponsoring an individual at 50,000, or companies can come in and support a team. A team is 500,000, and you can support as many teams and many individuals as you can.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So that's the most, the event that is actually coming up.
Yeah.
Over and above that, what else do you do to ensure that you raise enough funds to support women living with cancer?
We also do rate proposals, like I saying, sometimes you get international funding.
Okay.
Then we also get funding from local donors, like now NTV.
Right.
We are grateful because we know some people have accessed this information.
All right.
By watching. We also encourage our women to do small projects where they can raise money. And one of them is perma gardening,
Okay.
where they can grow the vegetables. First of all, they will supplement their health and earn some money.
All right.
Although we still need funding,
still
and we
need
still need
funding.
local corporates to come aboard.
All right. Thank you so much, Mercy Tayebwa. She is from the Uganda Women's Cancer Support Organization. Thank you so much for making time. Keep championing this cause, and of course, as NMG, we'll do our very best to ensure that you're successful at this particular drive. Thank you so much. At this point in time, we'd like to link to Romeo Busiku. He has some of your feedback. Romeo, what are people saying?
Well, people are saying quite a lot with regards to the poll question.